Last lesson, we foreshadowed the subject matter of this lesson and the several that will follow. We did so right after reading verse 17, which says, "For Christ did not send me to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with words of human wisdom, lest the cross of Christ be emptied of its power." After reading that verse, we previewed the subject matter by mentioning, in the lessons to come, as we cover the sections that follow, we will continue this topic of wisdom that Paul introduces here. Wisdom will be compared to foolishness. The wise will be compared to the fool, both as they relate to speaking and knowledge. Now that we're here to this wisdom subject matter, we are going to add power subject matter. Both wisdom and power are the subject matter as they relate not only to foolishness and weakness, but more importantly to something else. And what is that more importantly something else? It is a problem, to say the least, that confronts us all. And what problem, to say the least, confronts us all? Challenging every single human being, besting our best, past, present, and future, defeating champion after champion, whether Jew or Greek? Let's find out by moving ahead to verses 18 through 25 of 1 Corinthians chapter 1. We begin with verse 18, a verse acknowledging opposing points of view, two theological camps at odds with each other regarding the gospel of the cross of Christ. For the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. The problem we all face, Jew and Gentile alike, is identified here as perishing. It describes life's road that always and only dead ends at the grave, mankind's threshold into the abyss. Life's always and only abysmal dead end is recognized by all, such as the author of a fictional series I'm currently enjoying. By mid-afternoon, they had reached the deep fell. It was unchanged and unchanging, a dark, impenetrable smudge on an otherwise brightly sunlit expanse of forest land, hunched down against the earth in the manner of a creature in hiding, tensed to flee or to strike. Shadows and mist play hide and seek in the sprawling depths, crawling with slow, irregular movements over trees and swamp and murk. Nothing else could be seen. What life forms there were lay in wait, pawns in a hard and vicious game of survival that rewarded only the quick and the strong. Sounds were muted and colors shaded gray. Only death was at home within the deep fell, and only death was immutable. Immutable. Everyone, like the author of this fictional series, everyone recognizes this Debbie Downer truth. Wah, wah. Everyone recognizes that our problem of perishing, our problem of death, is immutable. But why? Why death? How did we come to be imposed by such a problem? Well, Sherman? Yes, Mr. Peabody? Let's take the Wayback Machine and find out. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, in our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, and the birds of the air, over the livestock, over all the earth, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." The Lord God planted a garden in the east, in Eden, and there he put the man he had formed. And the Lord God made all kinds of trees grow out of the ground, trees that were pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the middle of the garden were the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The Lord God commanded the man, "You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat of it, you will surely die." Perish. When the woman saw, who was deceived into seeing, actually, when the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food, and was pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom? She took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. Therefore, just as sin entered the world through one man, and death through sin, and in this way death came to all men. And there you have it. That's why. That's why death, the recognized by all, immutable problem of death. It has been imposed upon us by the all-powerful hand of an all-wise God. Death is a debt wisely devised and powerfully imposed by Creator God as the penalty for sin. Sin committed by we who are created in His image. The solution to this death debt owed God is viewed by many a man as a problem merely to be solved. Many a so-called wise, intelligent, scholarly, philosophical man, they don't recognize the Christian message. They have dreamed up many alternative solutions, all of which, throughout the entire annals of history, have proven foolish and weak. Let's just say Mr. Peabody couldn't pontificate an alternative solution, even if he tried. Oh, I know. He's just one. Maybe, just maybe, if we, work with me here, maybe if everyone could set aside their differences and work together, working all together, pooling our collective wisdom, then we could solve the problem that God imposed by an alternative means. All right. I'll drop the sarcasm. But let's all remember and not forget just who it is we battle wisdom wits with. Just who it is that imposed this omnipotent problem. Now, to those who oppose the Christian message, who are at odds with the cross of Christ, God Himself has issued a challenge. He's thrown down the gauntlet. In the verse that follows, verse 19, we read, "For it is written, I," meaning I, God, "I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, the intelligence of the intelligent I." Again, meaning I, God, I will frustrate. To His I wills, I add, dear alternative solution seekers, He most certainly has. The gauntlet throwing continues on into the next verse, verse 20. Where is the wise man? Where is the scholar? Where is the philosopher of this age? Bring him on. You know the law. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Are you the master blaster? You got the wisdom and power to impose your will over God's? It's going to take more than a tin whistle and some luck. There's only been one ever born of a woman, wise enough and power enough to be the one leaving after entering. But now I'm foreshadowing next lesson. There's only been one solution throughout all human history. Only one solution that has been proven to contain the wisdom and power to solve man's problem of this immutable death debt to God. Only one, and we who are Christian have it to share. But we're the fools. Next lesson, back to the Wayback Machine, Sherman, to find out what's the one solution. One not only prophesied, but already filled. But hey, we Christians, we're the fools.